What is up, everybody? It's Alpha. Joining with me today is Soden, and this is our kickoff show. What do we call this, Soden? What is our show called? We don't even have a name for this.
Princesses and Unicorns.
Princesses and Unicorns, which is a great name for a show. So, with that, we'll figure out what the show is going to be called. We're really happy that you're watching. We want to throw some content out there. We're going to try to do this weekly, along with my show Unfiltered and Soden's Top 10. So, Soden, what's going on? Anything you want to talk about before we hit the first subject and hit it hard?
No, everybody's playing their games. I can't believe we're already in week 13. This season has really flown by. Shout out to Colids. He's doing a great job with the schedule. We are so far ahead of schedule right now. It's phenomenal. So he's doing a fantastic job, along with all you guys getting your games played. Outstanding job.
Right. So let's talk about the first subject, brother. Let's talk about playoffs. Right?
Playoffs.
That's what's on the screen right now. I got a big, nice picture of Jim Mora. So, with that being said, man, why don't you kick it off? Tell us a little bit about the playoffs.
Yeah, let's go ahead and start with the AFC here. We don't want to do the NFC because it's looking pretty bleak for me as far as playoffs go. But looking at the AFC here, to me, I think Kylo Ren's Jacksonville Jaguars at 10-1. They are poised to clinch this division here. The closest team to them is 6-6, the Indianapolis Colts. So to me, I think that Jacksonville Jaguars team is the top seed in the AFC. Then you got the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns in a slugfest here for the AFC North. And then up in the AFC East, again, you have the New York Jets. They're sitting pretty at 10-2, and the Miami Dolphins are the closest team to them at 6-6. So those three teams, those are your division winners, minus the Ravens and Browns here. This thing's a slugfest. It's like a one-game lead for the Ravens right now. And then you got the Chargers and Broncos both tied at 8-4 in the West. So one of those two teams will come out on top. Looking at the wild card here, so you'll either have the Chargers or the Broncos. Whichever team doesn't win the division, they'll be your wild card. And then whichever team up in the North, being the Ravens or the Browns, whichever team doesn't win that division will also get the wild card.
Yeah, so nice breaking down there. Do we have any picks? First off, I want to talk about it here. Kind of looking at things. Like you had just said, everything is really tight right now. You've got the Ravens who just won, and with my loss, it does put me in a bad spot. But as long as I can win out, I play the Ravens again, and I won the first game. So there's a good chance that if I have a pretty decent schedule, but if I beat the Ravens, I think that game right there that should be called. By the way, you need to find somebody and call that game. Because I feel like that could be the division right there. And then we look at the Jets. Jets are going to run away with that. There's nothing. Their Dolphins are probably just fighting for a wild card spot. At this point. Then you got the Colts in the South. They're not going to catch the Jaguars. So really the only two AFC divisional that's still in play is the AFC North and the AFC West. AFC West is tight, 8-4. So it's going to be, the Broncos and Chargers actually just played. So the Broncos did win that game, so that could put them a leg up on that division.
Yeah, it sure could. Right now it actually lists the Chargers in first place, so I'm not quite sure. They probably split. So it's going to go for divisional record. Although the Broncos have a better divisional record at 3-1. Compared to the Chargers 2-2, so maybe it's just a seeding issue till the league advances.
Yeah, so I want to talk about the other side. I want to talk about the NFC. NFC is really tight as well. If you want to look at the NFC North, the Packers, I don't think they played their game yet, so they are sitting there at 8-3. The Vikings at 8-4. Both guys are really good users. Both of these guys probably will make the playoffs as long as their schedule permits. And then you got the Redskins, man, just dominating. The only team with one loss in the entire Soden Bowl. So He's got the Eagles 7-5. They're not going to win that division, but the Eagles are going to probably be looking at that wild card spot. Then you go down and look at the Panthers and the Falcons. Panthers and Falcons, man, 1 game apiece, or 1 game off from the Panthers. The Falcons sitting at 7-5. Panthers sitting at 8-4, and I believe that he did win. He did beat. He did beat Phil, if I'm not mistaken.
He did.
So then we look down even further. We look at the Cardinals sitting at 10-2, and your Rams sitting at 6-6. Man, do you think that's something that you can pull off here?
I think I can. It's before the loss to Lurk. It was a really good game. A game that I controlled up into the end there. He had a beautiful deep ball that he connected, and it ultimately ended up winning the game as I stalled out, ran out of time on his 30-yard line. But I have to win out. I do have some winnable games. You can lose them too. I mean, anytime you face swing on D's, that game can go either way. I got the Seahawks and I have the Cardinals again. I just played the Cardinals and was able to pull off the win there in Arizona, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I would have to win out, and the Cardinals would have to lose out because I don't think the Rams have a shot at the wild card.
Wow, that's very interesting. I did not know that. I thought you would have a pretty good shot at that. I think the Vikings or Packers going to get one of those spots, but Falcons, the Falcons, the Buccaneers, even Buccaneers sitting at 6-5. You do have your work cut out for you, so you do have to hope for a little bit of bad luck with the Cardinals, and then obviously you need to win out. 9-7 in that NFC is not going to cut it. You are not going to make the division if you lose one more game or make the playoffs with another loss. So things are heating up. Can you believe that? I mean, it seems like only yesterday, man, we were talking about launching the league, and when we were just talking about the start date, right? I mean,
yeah, that's crazy.
So
yeah, this league it's really flown by. It's been a kind of a different season, some ups and downs. We've had our usuals, but it's been a fun one. It's definitely one of the more talented groups that we've had in Soden Bowl history. Seems like there's a lot of good names here that just about anybody can win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and I do have to apologize. You can't see this because you can't see that. I've got a huge. I just shaved my head today, so like my dome is like really shiny because of the lighting. So I do apologize. And if you didn't notice, I have a cold sore from loving the wrong type of woman. So this is the cold sore edition of our show that we're going to be doing hopefully weekly. So got to joke with you guys a little bit here. We are going to go into the next topic. Soden, we are going to be talking about what the community can do. We need you, right? Do you want to be a Soden Bowl announcer, or do you want to host your own show? Soden, talk a little bit about what somebody can do to step up and do content. Maybe that they're not graphically, I guess they're not gifted artistically. They're not really great at Photoshop, but they like to talk. They like to talk sports. Tell us, how somebody can get involved.
Well, don't give Alpha cold sores, Bryce. Speaking of the wrong type of woman. No, content. Look, guys, it's really about being active in ways that you want to be active. You look at somebody like a Phil03, probably a model owner here in Soden Bowl. He does graphics, he does Twitter, he's in the chat all the time, he's highly competitive, motivated. You've got somebody like Shanks, staff member. He helps out a lot behind the scenes. He's not a big content guy, however, he does jump on the shows with Kylo Ren every once in a while. So something like that that helps a lot. But where to start from? I would say probably start with more of a social media thing. As I'm flicking my cat out of the way because she's trying to knock my drink down.
Are you flicking the bean?
Yeah. No, she's a bean, all right.
I'm just kidding.
But, you want to start. I would probably start with a social media type thing. If you guys, if you want to do some analysis like JCork87 did, he had a top 10 at the beginning of the year that he released, and he sent it over to me, and then I just kind of put the graphics and video behind it for him, but it was his content. If you want to do something like that, it's really cool. If you want to be involved in the draft, If you want to do like a pick 'em type thing, I know Cy's got this top 10 thing he's trying to launch. It just doesn't seem like we have enough time
Yeah.
to get it in. But there's a lot of guys broadcasting. You're Blessed, Brap, and a few other guys. They want to get into the broadcasting here, so we need to get those broadcasting crews together. I have some new broadcasting material to go ahead and hand out to them, so it should be pretty easy. You just basically talk. And then go from there. But yeah, I would start with something along the social media lines.
Yeah, I mean, you bring up some great points. I mean, when we give out points for marketplace, I don't think it's fair if you just give out points to people that know how to use Photoshop, because a lot of these guys, man, they just want to be a part of a community, play the game, and just kind of chit chat and stuff. You bring up a great point. I mean, if you want to get your toes wet, the easiest way to do that is just to start a Twitter and just start tweeting. I mean, it's really super easy. Phil does it. A couple other guys do it. They do it really consistently, even if they lose, and I really like that. But what I really want to see, you brought up somebody that I want to give a shout out to, is Shanks. Shanks doesn't do social media. He doesn't do, graphics, any of that stuff, but he does an awesome show. Him and Kylo actually have a show together, and just like a podcast. It's something, two guys talking football, right? So it's little things like that. If you want to do broadcasting, if you want to broadcast games, you don't have to have a computer for it. You just have to have a smartphone with with being able to talk on it, because we can put you in. We can direct you on how to do that. So if you don't have a smartphone, first off, what the hell is wrong with you? Okay? Secondly, if you do have a smartphone, get a hold of us. It's fun. You don't have to be great at it. Myself, Soden, there's a couple other guys, Kylo. There's other guys that can use or do OBS and actually broadcast the game, and you can do the voiceovers and stuff. It's really just about watching the game. You have a color commentator. You got a play-by-play guy. So you mesh well. I think I was just telling you the story the other day, man. The first time I ever called a game, it was for another league, and I was so nervous. I had and it's like, man, it's like, who cares? But I was really nervous, I was really nervous, and I didn't want to screw it up, but I completely botched it because I just was so nervous. And then I kind of found my way, and I try to make it entertaining, right? By, giving knowledge of the game, and trying to mix the fact that it's Madden and, things you have to look for in Madden. And then also, it's like you just sharpen the tool. More times you do it, man, it's muscle memory. You just get better and better at it. So I do like where we're going. We have a lot of guys that want to step up and do more. So that makes me happy. It really does. I feel like we have a lot of good guys here that can step up and do things and do content. So, yeah, with that being said, you have anything else you want to add to this before we go into the next subject?
I do. I want to give another shout out here to an old timer that returned, Wildebeest 2010.
Yes.
Somebody, him and I have had some amazing games in a history of Soden Bowl. He is a Super Bowl winner. He's been to the Super Bowl 3 or 4 times. I think he's won a couple of them. Traditionally a Cowboys owner, traditionally a very and active, highly active and motivated owner. He was a staff member here for a while as well. He tried his hand in running his own league, wasn't quite as successful as he wanted it to be. He wanted to come back. He's being very active in the Soden Bowl community again. I'd like to give him a shout out. Some of the content that he's producing is really top level. Some very good graphics. I can't wait to see what he's got.
And I don't want to give too much away, but everyone knows that the draft is like my Christmas. That's the part I love. That's my favorite part of the Madden season. So I like to really do things up. I like to do shows and everything. And I have to give a shout out to Wilda. He's working on some crazy awesome graphics for us to be able to put on our show. We're gonna have an awesome show. I've got some things in mind that we're gonna be putting in the works. So yeah, definitely shout out to Wilda. He's been doing some great graphics, and he's really talented at Photoshop. I'm glad that we could snatch him up and get him into our league. You know what? Everyone has their issues. I've had my issues. I've left leagues. Nobody's nobody's clean in this community. I can tell you. Okay, so if you think that you're better than someone else because maybe you haven't, left the league or tried to run your own league and it didn't work. You're not better than anyone else. Everyone that is humble and really wants a shot deserves a redemption story. So this is what it is with him. And if you don't like it, I don't care. So anything else you want to add to that?
No, very, very impressed with Mr. Wilda and the whole community, really. Beasley Beeman, too, another guy that...
Yeah, definitely. I like him, too.
I enjoy having him in the league as well.
Yeah.
Highly active in the chat and a very talented, very good with his stick skills. So another owner that I like having in the league. That's
and he just called me out for not doing any content in the main chat, so I saw that. We're going to be uploading this video, so you can sit and spin on it, Beasley.
You got a picture of a crow somewhere? You can eat crow?
Yeah, exactly. So.
Nah, just playing, Beasley.
With that being said, we're talking about rules. Rules. Everyone needs to understand the rules and what's expected in the Soden Bowl. We've had a little bit of drama the last couple weeks, so we have to put this out there. I hate talking about rules, man. I feel like
I'm bringing up the rule page right now because our rules compared to what a lot of other leagues out there, their rule books, our rules are pretty simple. They should be pretty easy for everybody to understand, and they're pretty universal.
Yeah. And one of the things we tell you guys when you first join is that we want you to read over the rules. We want you to, familiarize yourself with them. It's not a huge list. I've seen leagues where they're like Google Documents and you're going into pages and pages and it's like, what the hell am I doing? We don't really make it that intense. We want you to play the game the way it's supposed to be played. So if you haven't read the rules, or maybe you read the rules and you're not sure, I put this in the chat before. Read them over, man. You guys, these things that keep coming up and your ignorance, it's not going to fly. Now, with the newer guys, we're going to give you a little bit more leniency. We want you to get used to the league. But you veterans, you better make sure that you're reading up on them, because no one is safe from these. I mean, that goes for me. I look at my games afterwards and make sure that I'm running the 80-20 rule. I'm making sure that, my stats aren't inflated with anybody. I even go back sometimes and look at my game film, make sure I didn't do anything crazy. I've actually caught myself roaming, and I'm like, damn, I got to stop doing that. So trust me, I'm not perfect. Soden's not perfect. Even Reverse, as much as he thinks he's perfect, he's not perfect. So
he's perfectly imperfect.
That's right. And his bills are his bills are perfect right now. As we speak, as we film this show, his bills are 2-0, and they are perfect. So, and your Patriots too, but piss on the Patriots.
They've been perfect for a long time. So
piss on the Patriots anyway. So. Talk a little bit about it. I know I've been kind of rambling on. So
as far as rules go, I mean, it's very simple, guys. It's all your basic Sim League rules. Don't play like a turd. Simple as that. I don't want to throw somebody under the bus that's not here to defend themselves. But if you're going to go all to one player, you're going to blow your opponent out, and you're going to keep force feeding that player. And then when you get called out on it, instead of taking the, yes, you know what, I messed up, I'll fix it, and then you become super defensive, and then you become offensive and start trying to call everybody else out and staff members and everything else, we don't have any room for that drama. This isn't kindergarten. This isn't, a little teeny bopper high school drama queen club. This is Soden Bowl. We've been around since 2009. We don't deal in drama. You can go take that drama somewhere else. If you want the drama, go make your own league. Go make it the Madden Drama League for all I care.
If you want that drama, take it to your baby mama.
There you go. Or your baby papa. Bryce.
I don't think we have any females in the... Well, yeah, I think your wife is on the waiting list, but...
She's on the waiting list, yeah. There's actually two others, too, that are interested. Two other females, so... We'll see. We'll see if we can get them in there and then go from there. They'll probably play better than I will. I think anybody in this league right now is playing better than me.
Yeah.
Except maybe not Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren's playing pretty
He's
shitty
playing exceptionally well, man. Like, he's a stud, man.
He's a top shelf talent for sure.
Definitely.
I watch a lot of his film, and I enjoy the Force Fumble plug for his show. Force Fumble, guys. you watch his show and he will analyze. He'll break down that
It
game.
is awesome.
It's really, it's awesome to watch him break down a game.
And no one else, I have to say, no one else in the Madden community does a show like that. It is so cool. I mean, the last one he did was on my game, but like, even I went back and watched some of the other ones. It's super cool how he breaks it down. It reminds me of NFL Playbook on NFL Network. So,
yeah, that's
absolutely, that's a badass show. I love it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and then he's got the stick skills to boot too. So, but he does break down the game, so old timers like me can understand it and not, we can push the button 3 seconds late and still get the ball out.
Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about with the rules before we go into the next subject?
It's simple, guys. Look, just don't play like a turd. I mean, come on. You know what the rules are. You know what you should and shouldn't be doing. If you don't have an excuse for it, don't do it. If you can't reason with it, don't do it. You shouldn't be asking, hey, can I go for it? I'm up by 30. I'm on my own 5-yard line. Can I go for it? Rules say I can go for it. Yeah, probably not the league for you.
Yeah, I mean, if you're questioning things like anything that manipulates the AI, anything that is bad sportsmanship, just stuff that you don't know. I mean, here's the way I look at it, and I always try to. I'm not perfect, but I try to live by this. Is that my mantra? Is that I don't want to do anything to someone that I don't want done to me. So if I want to go out there and scramble with a quarterback, I mean, Baker Mayfield's got pretty decent wheels, and I think I've ran like maybe 5 times the entire league. So I don't want that. I mean, again, if someone has Lamar Jackson, you lurk. I don't mind if you run it. I mean, you have a mobile quarterback, but within reason. Design runs. The way you played me last time, I think you had 5 runs for like 50 yards or something, but you did it in a very methodical way. You can run and utilize mobile quarterbacks as long as you use like design runs and like read options, quarterback power, quarterback draw, like things like that. And then if the play breaks down, take off with him. But just play the game the way that you want it done against you. If your only goal is to win in Soden and that's it, hit the bricks. You will be exposed eventually, and you will be out of there. It's that simple. It's that simple.
Yeah, it's a strike 3 rule here, and that goes for staff members too.
For everybody.
So, you get 3 strikes, and that's it. You're gone.
Yeah.
And we come down on our staff members. I know you guys don't get to see it, but we come down on the staff members harder than we come down on the community.
Yeah.
You can ask some of the guys in the chat. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but we've had some very in-depth discussions, albeit in private, but we still monitor that stuff pretty regularly and to a higher standard, I would say, than some other people.
Absolutely. So we don't, obviously it's a little sour subject, but we want everyone, we love the guys that we have in here. We want to continue to grow. It's one of those things where we just want you to play the game the right way. I mean, I got my butt whooped by J-Cork today, right? I think it was like 22-13 something. But I had fun time playing it. It was a fun game because he's very he's very methodical, and he just outplayed me today. It's just that simple. And I can deal with those type of losses. I can deal with getting my butt whooped, and I don't even care if it's like 50-0. As long as like it was a sim game, that's what matters. In the end of the day, just play it the right way, man. It's just that simple. So let's talk about some positive things, right? If you are just tuning into the show and you're not a part of the Soden Bowl League or the community, here's why you should join. Tell them why they should sign up today and join and be a part of this awesome community.
Because of shows like this, because of seasons like this, because of the rich history that we've had. We've been around since 2009, since the creation of Madden's online franchise. The community, great community. Look, guys, if you want to get in on this league, you need to get in on the waiting list. Right now we have Jim Jones. He's number 1 up on this waiting list. We have a couple females on there. Get in on the waiting list. Turnover happens. Life happens. We have some longtime members that have to step away from time to time. It happens. You'll get a team. But the biggest thing is make sure you're in the community and staying active. If you jump in and say, hey, put me on the waiting list, and we never hear from you again, you're probably not going to get a team. I think we've probably passed over about 4 or 5 people for that very reason. They come in and they just They don't want to be active, so therefore we're not going to invest the time in you. And then the application page on the front page. You don't have to, but you can fill out the application there. That'll kind of get your foot in the door. And if we don't know who you are, that's a good way for you to introduce yourself.
Yeah, I mean, just to kind of piggyback off what you said, I don't want to say we're like the most talented community as far as content out there. There's a lot of other good, leagues out there. But I can tell you one thing that I love about this community is that we are very tight knit. I mean, yeah, there's some guys that fall out. It happens any league you have, but man, we're talking about having a Soden Bowl NHL team, right? Where we all get on the same team and we battle other, teams and stuff. We're talking about playing in a clan for Modern Warfare. I mean, we want to be able to play in other games together, man. And just really form a bond with a bunch of us. Who knows? Maybe actually have a Soden Bowl meetup or something where we all meet up. And we were talking about Vegas. I'm sure Soden will be allowed to get away, right?
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I mean, things like that. And then the content we put out, if you hear your name during a video, I'm sure it makes you feel a little bit, good about yourself. But be a part of that. Don't let one little thing destroy that. And, it kind of goes back to the rules. But it also say, if you want to join and be a part of this community and say, you know what, I play sim games. I love playing other games with guys. I'm looking for a community. I'm not great at graphics. I'm not great at broadcasting. I'm not great, but that's all right, man. Come aboard. If you're a sim player and you can be active, that's what we're looking for. That we're looking for that guy that plays the game the way it's supposed to be played and just chatting that, no one's going to bite. The only one that may bite is probably Shanks, and he may give you HIV. I'm not sure, but just kidding. But seriously, like we're just a tight-knit community. We like having fun. We like talking crap to each other. We all joke around. I mean, I'm not going to bust anyone's balls if I don't know them right away. But once you start getting joked about with other people, then you're kind of like a part of that clique. So it's a pretty cool group, man. I mean, everyone in there has fun, and we just all like to BS,
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun. Yeah, even during the NFL season too.
Yeah.
Like right now we're in there talking about the game. A lot of us are in a fantasy football league together in the Soden Bowl Fantasy Football League, so that's always fun to be able to talk crap about the guys that we drafted and the guys that we missed on.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's a blast.
Yeah. So with that being said, we have a little surprise for you guys. Not a lot of you guys know about this, but I will let Soden go ahead and talk about our last subject. We have some exciting news. Soden Bowl has formed some future partnerships with some companies you may have heard of.
Yeah, so we were approached by Best Buy, which is a pretty cool deal for us. We're going to be able to give away some swag here at the end of the month, looking at a gaming chair and a few other things here from Best Buy. So we're partnering with Best Buy. We have a commercial digital production from them that we're waiting on right now, so we can include that in our broadcast. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing major. Nobody's going to be a millionaire over it or anything, but it's something fun. It brings a unique perspective or a unique opportunity for some of our owners to win some things during broadcasts, giveaways, you name it. And then, of course, Allied Plumbing and Heat, somebody that's sponsored us since the beginning of last year. They help us out with a lot of programs and other things for our broadcast material and some prizes too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. Again, it's not something that's it's just a beginning, right? It's a beginning for us. So, guys, be a part of this. I mean, these are like little things that can lead to bigger things, right? We can do tournaments. We can give away prizes. I expect, what Soden and I had talked about this. We're gonna do kind of like an award show at the end of the year, and it's not who's the best player on the sticks. I mean, I'm sure that's gonna be one of them, but it's gonna be like who's the most sim owner, who did the most content, who did, who had the best attitude overall, stuff like that. And you may win some money. You may win some prizes for that. We had kind of talked about that, but it's going to be something fun. And, you know, Soden and I have a passion for this, right? So I honestly couldn't have found a better league than Soden Bowl, because him and I have like, we disagree in a lot of things, but we have such a kind of like a vision of where we want to take this. And we're really thrilled not only about these partnerships, but other things that we have in the works right now we don't really want to speak about. But, you know, it's a fun time to be a part of Soden Bowl. So
yeah, we have a lot lined up for you guys. We're working on a lot of things behind the scenes, Brian and myself. You know, we're not just playing games and talking our heads off on commentary. There's a lot that goes behind the scenes to managing a league like this that a lot of people and a lot of other leagues, frankly, don't understand unless they want to grow and expand. And, you know, there's a few of them out there that can do it and do a good job of it. But Brian and I stay pretty busy, both on a marketing standpoint, production standpoint, and a creativity standpoint. So if you guys want to get involved with that, if you're a creative person and you just really kind of want to express yourself out there, you know, come see us. Even if we don't have a team available, we can definitely get your name out there. We have a pretty popular YouTube channel. You know, we can get you out there, get your name going, and start you off and let you do your thing.
yeah, I mean, at some point, I mean, it would be really nice if you and I are just marketing and producing a lot of these and letting the other guys shine and get their face on camera if they want to be, or get their, you know, names out there if they want to do the announcing and stuff, and let us do the back end stuff. So at some point, you know, if you guys want to start getting involved and, you know, doing things like this, and I do want to say something to the guys on a waiting list, just don't get, what really irritates me, what really just pisses me off, is when somebody joins and then asks if there's any teams available. When we say no, we have a waiting list, would you like, and then boom, they're out. They're even out before you say anything about a waiting list. You know what? Those are the type of guys we don't want anyway. But if you just wait for a team, if you're active in the chat, we're not going to go by waiting list 1, 2, 3. We're going to go by the guys we want to get in there, the guys that that fill out a good app, the guys that chat with other guys, you know, and chat and are active and show that they want to be a part of this. Those guys are going to get a team before the guys that just sign the waiting list and then come back when they're tagged. That's not going to, you know, fly. We want guys that are active. So if you are on the waiting list, things happen, man. Life happens, or someone gets kicked out for, you know, rules violation or not playing their games on time. Things open up. So don't give up. Stay in there and stay active. So
definitely.
Yeah. So with that being said, that was kind of the end. We're running on 33 minutes here. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we click close on this biatch?
Yes, newbies, sodenbowl.com. On the top, you'll find all sorts of join information. Join us in Discord. Don't necessarily have to fill out an application. Come talk to us. Tell us who you are. If we already know you, come on back, and let's go from there.
Yeah, and thanks to everybody that supports us. If this is your first time, definitely comment, like, and share this video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We like to put out videos all the time. Even if it gives you ideas to do stuff for your league, we're always willing to help. We are actually partnered with an awesome PS4 league. Grown Folks, they're probably one of the biggest Madden leagues out there on the PS4 platform. So go give them a follow as well. And follow us on Twitter. I had the old Twitter name on there, but now if you look at the bottom and if you see the scrolling text there, you can find us on Twitter. Our league page is Soden_Bowl_20, and mine is the Alpha Heel 7. Give us a follow. We're always pumping out content. We're always giving out news and announcements and everything. So give us a follow. Thanks for watching, everybody. And for myself and for Soden, thank you for watching, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Later, guys.